hey guys, you made it to Monkey Thursday. It's Monkey Thursday. Minus the biggest monkey of the group, Aqua, because he's on vacation. And we had some guests lined up, but all of our guests are goblins and want to be on the gamer hole at 2 a.m. So
they want us to record in I
don't want to do that. So 3-man today, baby.
Yay! We're gonna have so much fun, chat.
We're gonna spoil Game of Thrones. We're gonna spoil House of the Dragon.
We are gonna spoil Game of Thrones,
but also before,
also considering we don't have Aqua, we really got to up this. So we're gonna get some seltzer and.
What is he doing?
He's mixing beer and seltzer. That's IPA and
what do you
seltzer.
drink?
He's making some sort of potion in his stomach.
In my stomach, yeah. So hold on, chat. We're gonna get super lit.
I ate a bologna sandwich the other day, but I ate a slice of bread and then I ate 2 slices of bologna and then I ate a slice of cheese and then I was like, I just ate a bologna sandwich, but I didn't have any mustard, so I put a little mustard on my tongue and ate that. And I was like, well, I ate a bologna sandwich, technically.
That's disgusting.
That is way worse than what Dekie just did. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you really just put mustard on your tongue so that you have a proper thing inside your stomach?
And I like mustard, so.
Nothing's wrong with what you ate there, but the fact that you put mustard on just because you're like, I kind of had a bologna sandwich.
I was thinking, did I really eat a bologna sandwich if the mustard wasn't there? Would I have eaten a bologna sandwich if there was no mustard on it? I wouldn't. Probably not. It'd be a little too plain.
Okay.
So, but will I eat a slice of bread, 2 slices of bologna, and a slice of cheese by themselves? Yes. Will I eat a bologna sandwich without mustard? No. Does it make sense? No.
Okay, I'm just gonna say I was wrong. You do you. If it makes you happy, go for it. I don't care.
I'm really shooting for the.
You are weird.
Shooting for the moon on my meal choice. You guys ever seen Seinfeld? The Seinfeld episode where they talk about?
Oh, I watched Seinfeld so many times. I didn't watch Seinfeld until I was 24, something like that. 25. When did it come out?
Cringe. I watched
93.
Yeah. So
I watched Seinfeld when it was released.
You weren't even born when it released.
My mom put her tummy up to the TV so I could catch the. She knew it was going to be good.
Dude, speaking of tummies and TV, though, spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! If you haven't watched House of Dragons yet, I'm about to spoil the fuck out of that shit, okay?
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Wait, no. Pause it or go to the fucking thing.
Skip the timestamp.
Yeah,
Just skip to the end of the timestamp if you don't want to hear House of the Dragon spoilers. Come on. We're going to spoil the first episode. It's been 4 days. If you haven't seen it yet, that's on you. Yeah. We're even warning you, so...
Warning, go.
So even before we get into the spoiler part, I had no idea that shit was even coming out this year. It was so off my radar. I knew that they were doing a Targaryen, sub-series. They announced that back when, season 8 was airing or whatever.
Yeah.
And, I knew that was going to work, but I had, literally zero idea it was even close this year. Anything.
The actors for House of the Dragon, when they were filming, I'm pretty sure they were filming that during season 8 of Game of Thrones airing. They must have been so scared.
Yeah.
Whoa, what did we get into?
Game of Thrones season 8 is just getting mercilessly shit on, just taking L's left and right. You ruined the franchise. Game of Thrones fucking sucks. This shit's horrible. And then at the same time, they're filming a new Game of Thrones universe show, and they're all like, are we gonna have jobs? but yeah, very. I did not I was expecting graphic violence, but I wasn't expecting that.
So I didn't know it came out, and then yesterday I saw on Twitter and somebody was all watching it now, and this on Discord, and I was like, holy shit, this is out now. I was like it just hadn't been in my head, and so I was like, stop painting. We're going to watch this shit. So I'm 95% done painting the apartment, but I stopped us last night because we had to go watch it. And for one, I really enjoyed it. It was great.
Yeah.
But at the very start, as soon as we were going through the intro, I turned to Tanya and I was all I totally forgot how much I love because the boys, and this was my example, the boys, all they do is rely on shock factor. All they were doing and like
Yeah, it's
bullshit.
like,
and like
whoa,
it was great for
This guy
season
got
1.
ripped in half. Whoa, this guy got
Yeah.
exploded and turned into goo.
And
Yeah,
it was great for like season 1, and then it kind of just lost its charm. And I finished season 3, and I was like, it was all right, it was fine. But like I don't know how I'm not enough of a movie critic to do it. But HBO always did the shock factor, the violence, the fucked up shit, more stylized, more better to where it doesn't just get old.
yeah.
But at the start of the show, I was like, dude, I totally forgot how fucked up Game of Thrones was. I was like, I hope there's some fucked up shit this episode.
There was
and
some
then,
fucked
and
up
then
shit.
like 3/4 of the way through, I was all like, I can't watch this.
Dude, at one point I was watching with Omid, and at one point I had to go like, whoa.
Yeah, no, 100%, dude. I could not watch the birthing scene. I literally
can't remember
couldn't.
the last time I like covered my eyes.
Me either. I was like, I'll watch violence, I'll watch all this bullshit, but like that birthing scene fucked me.
Omid said the same thing. He was like, I'll watch a guy get his skull bashed in, which had just happened. Literally
Yeah,
like 10 frames
Dude, the
prior.
tournament like quick cut scene was awesome.
I'll watch a guy get maced in the face and have his head caved in. But as soon as I see a C-section, I'm like, oh. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
wacky.
That was super fucked. And the best part was like I felt like the audience was all like, it's gonna be a girl, he's gonna be pissed. And then they're like, no, it's a boy. But then they're like, it's dead.
Yeah.
That was like I was all like, well done, Game of Thrones. I mean, or House of Dragons.
What's that actor's name?
I hate him.
Sean Bean. No, the guy who played what's he playing? Lord of the Rings? Boromir, and then in
Sean Bean's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, Ned Stark. So I was watching it and I was like, well, I listened to the audiobook for the House of the Dragon fucking autobiography.
Is it written by George R. R. Martin or not?
No, it's helped by George R. R. Martin, I think. Written partly by him,
just like Elden Ring was. Yeah, sure. Yeah. He helped a lot.
Yeah, the way it's done is there's no like book like the Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah.
He made like a history of the Targaryen houses book, which was like ghost written by someone, and it's like it doesn't read like a book. It's like a history of House Targaryen. So you know what's gonna happen in House of the Dragon, but you don't know how it's gonna happen in a sense like how in the books for Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Right. It's
so you get it spoiled, but you don't know how.
Right. You know, like, oh, this guy died, but they're gonna show you like the twisted, fucked up way he died. And I remember like I hadn't read it in like forever, so I forgot a lot of this shit. Like I knew that she like dies in childbirth, and I knew the baby dies and all this shit, but I couldn't like the whole time I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh well, they won't kill him. He's like an A-tier actor. And then I was like, wait a minute, yeah, they would. They'll kill anybody. What am I saying? That's what I always loved about. That was the best thing about Game of Thrones, when they would just fucking kill off anybody. They're like, I don't care if you're like an A-tier actor, you'll just get killed. Like
they can't kill off the main bad guy in House of Dragons soon enough, though. I hate him.
I hate him too.
Like the actor.
That
was like my biggest complaint. Yeah. Like his fucking big nose.
You don't like the
was
Doctor?
Was he a Doctor Who?
Was he Doctor Who?
Yeah,
he was Doctor Who.
He was just telling me that on the way home that he was one of the Doctor Who doctors.
I've never watched Doctor Who. I've just seen like gifs and shit, and
I think he was one of the better doctors.
I don't like him. He just bothers me. He just like his on-screen presence, and I've seen other movies, and he's like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Matt Smith.
I don't like him either. Like some people just bother me, and he's one of those people. So like him being the bad guy, I'm like,
I don't like him.
Let him die within the season.
I don't really like him as casted as that character, though.
I always see him as the prince or the duke of whatever the fuck from The Crown, right?
Oh yeah.
Or as the guy from Morbius.
Shit, he was in Morbius.
He's in Morbius.
That makes so much more sense.
He does this crazy little sexy dance.
Yeah.
He's the Morbius guy.
I'm
Graham, I'm a Targaryen now.
What if he fucking just goes, I'm straight Morbin or something, Morbin time in the
I
next
loved
episode.
when he said it's Morbin time in the House of the Dragon
Yeah.
jousting scene. Dude, the way that this new director, I'm so glad the fucking the tag team duo of fucking DB Weiss, whatever the fuck the other guy's name was, are out of this, because I like the new guy. I like the new director. I think it was fucking dope how he did like a lot of like time mix stuff where it's like, you know, they'll be talking, but then it jumps, like they're still talking, but it jumps to the next day when like other shit's happening that pertains to what they're talking about. They did a lot of that. They did like 3 or 4 times. And I loved it when they were like jumping back and forth between like the tourney and the birth and all sorts of shit.
The tourney and the birth thing was awesome.
The fight scenes, dude, were really cool. They were like the camera cuts were like a little faster than Game of Thrones, but the angles made sense. And when they did that fucking jousting, dude, where they like, when he knocked off his horse and he like grinded on the
rail, yeah, on his back.
Oh my god. I was like, oh, Mead, pause it, go back. I gotta see it. Go back. I watched it like twice. It was so sick.
Dude, they did the FPV, like the first person perspective of the jousting scene. That was cool. Sick. I was all like, yeah, there was a lot of shit like that. Like, I was super impressed, and especially considering I had no idea that shit was out like 5 minutes before I watched it.
It's got me hyped to see some battles. I'm hyped to see some battles.
I'm just hyped for Game of Thrones, like being back after the first episode, not terrible.
It was
not that they won't ruin it, but
then at the end when it went.
The credit scene had the real song, but
I
throughout,
did not
the start and throughout the other parts, it had hints of it.
Yeah,
it would get a couple of notes of it, and then it'd go to something else.
I didn't
and
like.
I kept noticing, and I was
intro.
like, "That's badass." And then the proper credits they gave it.
I didn't like the intro song. I thought that it was inferior to the actual Game of Thrones song.
I think
like,
they'll bring the actual back. I think that was just for the first episode. I suspect that they'll hit us with like a.
I hope so, dude. I hope they go all in with it.
Yeah,
that'd be sick. Also, no, and I also said, like, on a really weird, creepy, fucked up note thing, both like the young Targaryen girl and her, like, you know, the first hand's daughter. I was all like, we're gonna see their tits by the end of this.
Yeah,
which
I
is,
thought
like,
they
creepy.
were lovers. I was like, those guys love each other.
Just not that. I was like, they're like clearly young in the show, and I was like, the show is purposely gonna wait, and then like 3 seasons from now, they're gonna be like nudity, and it's just
Emilia Clarke came out caked up on episode 1 of Game of Thrones, didn't she?
And then when the show took off, she refused to do nude scene or whatever. She got her contract changed so that way future ones she didn't have to. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She came out of a burning building like naked, but that was all like CGI bullshit. I remember the
very first episode. She has like, a standing there showing her ass to the camera.
I didn't remember that in the first
She like
episode.
steps down into a hot tub. Yeah. That's like what all the fucking nerds cream over. Yeah. It's just like they go on Pornhub and type Emilia Clarke walking into.
But it just made me creepy because I felt like they were like setting up these very young girls just so that later they could use them in later seasons. Yeah, and I was like, I mean, this show's all about fucked up shit.
They're not young, are they?
I'm sure old are they?
Like, Emilia Clarke wasn't young either, but she was supposed to be playing someone who was young. Like, I believe in the book she's way younger than she is in the show, and in the show she wasn't.
And the girls in the show, like I feel like they're probably 20 or something, but they seem young.
Yeah,
she's 28.
What? Who? Yeah. The main Targaryen chick,
Millie Alcock. Yeah, she's 28.
Okay, well, maybe I can relax a little bit, but I was like, she's
22. She's 22. My bad.
Okay, well, that makes But I was just like, this feels weird.
Her friend is 28. That other girl,
the brunette chick.
Yeah, she's 28.
Yeah, it's just like watching that. I was like, I know they're gonna do weird shit with this later on. I'm not okay with it.
I know 22 is still in that area where it's like,
but there were interviews and people said that it was going to be a lot. I guess tamer is the way to say it. It's going to be a lot less of that from what they said.
Oh, you mean like with the nudity and sex?
Like sexually incest and sexual. Yeah, it's supposed to be a little bit less showing of
the
actual.
Incest was great.
Yeah, incest is like that's old. The Targaryens aren't
Right,
supposed to.
so, yeah,
The
that's why
Targaryens are gonna have
they're all
incest.
inbred.
That's the point.
I know, but I think that it's not going to like show sex scenes of it as much. But I don't know.
Why wouldn't it? That's the whole point.
I mean,
don't
they
know.
definitely had a lot of orgies for the one guy in that
Yeah,
one
that guy
episode.
was
I mean, they definitely did a lot of orgy sex. Yeah.
Yeah,
The guy was.
But
that guy
it wasn't incest though. Yeah,
Yeah, they just don't want to show the incest sex.
yeah. I don't know.
Dude, the whole brother sister thing was such a significant part of Game of Thrones. I'm like,
Yeah.
that I'm all
know.
in for. It was just like, I don't know. I just
Aegon
felt
and
like
his
they were like
sister
prepping
wives.
these girls for some bullshit a couple of seasons later, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Well, she went in to console the king right off. So
I know.
that
That's fucking weird.
Dude, when the first hand was all like, go to his chambers and wear your mother's dress, I was all like, this is gross. And then she went in there, she's like, let me read you a book. And I was like, okay, they cut it, but
What happened?
that seemed tame. I was like, that seemed tame. I even told Tony, I was like, dude, this is some real fucked up shit.
Yeah.
I was like, her dad's telling her to go in there and console the king. And then I was like, wait. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But they did kind of cut it.
Yeah. Which is where I think the
What
tamer
fuck?
of it might be.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Maybe that's what Kings
Yeah.
is talking about. The tame, they're cutting a little bit out.
No more spoilers. That was it.
That was it. No more.
spoilers.
No more.
Spoilers. Stop here. Welcome back, everyone who skipped.
If you haven't
from
watched
the
it, what the
spoilers.
fuck are you doing? Okay,
Yeah,
it's
it
been
was
like
good.
a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
but
good. Yeah, that was dope. It was dope.
What I was gonna say though is that there's a lot of offshoots of other things that are coming out soon that I think a lot of people aren't that hyped for, or are hyped, but maybe it's getting lost because Lord of the Rings is out in
Dude.
a couple days.
September 2nd, right?
Yeah.
It's like a week.
What the
I hate
fuck?
to say it, but I've totally lost interest in the Lord of the Rings Amazon series.
I've lost interest
I've
in
not
all
lost
of Lord of the
interest.
Rings.
I have fully acknowledged that it's going to be horrible.
Yeah.
I've seen every sneak peek and trailer and shit they put out, and I just keep getting less and less interested. It just doesn't look like Lord of the Rings to me.
Yeah, but even
I-
The Hobbit, I fucking gave up on Lord of the Rings. Like when they turned that into 3 movies.
The Hobbit still felt Lord of the Rings esque to me, though.
It felt.
Except for when they went to that little like watery city. That didn't.
I
feel very
really
Lord of the
hated The
Rings-y.
Hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
So like even
I'm with you
like
there.
I
I
just
won't
need a
s-
fix, man. I need a fix. I'm itching for it.
I didn't
Yeah.
Need a little bit
love
of
the
a
Hobbit,
Lotro, baby.
but I didn't like fucking hate it. Right? It was just it's like good enough that I'd watch it on an airplane flight somewhere. You know.
Away in hell. Never again.
But I think the Lord of the Rings series is gonna suck. I think it's gonna.
Yeah.
Amazon just doesn't have the experience, and they don't have like HBO's got like warehouses full of like expertly crafted set pieces. Amazon, they film a series and they throw all their shit away. Amazon series always just looks like not amazing because they
Tell me
just
about
don't
it.
have these like.
But I know
Fucking Wheel of Time. Go watch that fucking bullshit. Holy shit.
Was it not good?
Oh my
Everybody
god. It
hated
was
that, yeah.
absolute garbage. Like everyone
sounds
that
about
loved
right.
the book picked it apart and was like, what are you fucking doing? Because none of the characters really progress. And that's one of the big things. Is a lot of the main characters, episode 1, they have a stance. And the other person accepts their stance. So they're like, okay, we're cool. No big deal. At the end, it's fucking the same thing. There's no like development. There's no
Yeah.
changes. It's like, oh, we're lost in the woods. Let's go fucking go over here. Then
You
there's
know
some
what you guys aren't
it's
talking
just
about
fucking
that
terrible.
you should be talking about is the fact that HBO got fucking the rights for The Last of Us and showed that trailer
Yeah.
at the beginning of House of the Dragon.
Mhm.
Did you see
I
the
didn't see
trailer? for the-
No.
Yeah, it was at the beginning. Did you click
Pedro-
skip?
No, I just did like
It was at the beginning. It
yeah,
was mixed
Pedro-
in with like they were showing
Yeah.
like it was like they were showing like 5-second clips for like a bunch of upcoming series, and
I
then
didn't get
right at
any
the
of that.
end, right at the end, it was like and coming next year, to exclusively to HBO. The Last of Us, and it pans up and it's Pedro Pascal with like Joel's bag, and he's like walking over these train tracks, and it showed like a solid like 30 seconds of
I
clips.
knew there were clips of it, but I thought it was like leaked. I
It
don't know,
looks
like,
so
I don't see
dope.
any of that.
It looks so
I
good.
am so pumped for that.
Yeah.
Pedro
And they got
Pascal's my
they got
boy,
the
dude.
they got the girl to play Ellie from Game
Bear
of
Island.
Thrones,
Yeah,
who's the
girl from
Bear Island girl.
Yeah.
Oh, no way. It's the Bear Island chick?
The Bear Island girl.
Dude, she was so badass. I didn't know that.
She's gonna play Ellie. It's
Oh,
sick.
that's even fucking better. Dude, props
It's
to that
sick.
chick. Talk about being like a child actor, fucking knocking it out of the park. Hopefully she doesn't get addicted to cocaine and ruin her life. But
They do that. That does
awesome,
happen,
dude. She was so good in Game of Thrones. I didn't know it was her, but like I saw clips on like Twitter and stuff like of the pan on Joel, and so I was like, okay, something leaked, but I didn't.
No, they showed
investigate
at the beginning of House of the Dragon, like right before at the beginning, there was an option to like skip intro, and if you click skip intro, you skip it.
Huh? Okay.
It was dope. It was sick. Yeah.
I am pumped for that because like the casting seems right with especially like Pedro Pascal.
Dude, Pedro Pascal is gonna be awesome.
I
Dude,
love
he's
him in
dope
most
as
things.
shit.
Yeah.
Talk about somebody that hasn't disappointed me terribly. He's great as a Mandalorian. He was great in Narcos. He was great as the Viper.
Yeah,
Like-
he was.
like-
What was the Viper?
He was
In
in
Game of Thrones, people
Yeah.
forget he was the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
Viper
He was
for
the
fucking Viper, and he was great.
I know. I do
Yeah.
forget. Yeah.
Like I feel like that was like very early on, and like a lot of
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I forget because it
Yeah.
was so early.
But no,
a great
he's dope
character.
as shit. And like for Joel, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be cool. Yeah, he's good at it. He's good. I can't think of a time I've seen him act that I was like disappointed in his acting.
Yeah, he was great in Narcos too.
Yeah.
I'm just barely watching Narcos, by the way. I'm
Original Narcos or Narcos Mexico?
Narcos original.
Original Narcos was great. Like I like Narcos Mexico.
I didn't
because-
love
yeah.
Narcos Mexico, but it was good. Like
Yeah.
I didn't like it as much
It's
as the
definitely
first
a
Narcos.
step down, but
Yeah,
for
the
me,
first
it's entertaining.
Narcos was
Yeah.
so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not quite done it, but yeah.
Speaking of Narcos, ball care, am I right, guys?
What a transition.
If anybody loved cleaning their balls,
I bet.
Those Narcos guys had to really clean their money, just like we need to clean our balls.
I bet you. Why can't I think of that fucking drug kingpin's fucking name right now?
holy
What's
shit,
wrong?
the one from Medellin.
Yeah, why can't I think of his name?
I don't know.
What's wrong with me? It's like the most notorious Pablo.
Yeah, the
Pablo
Pablo
Escobar.
Escobar.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of it
Couldn't
either.
think of it.
I knew where he was from.
What's wrong with me? You think Pablo Escobar didn't have clean balls while he was making an empire? You think the guys that hunted Pablo Escobar down didn't have the cleanest, smoothest balls you've ever seen? Well, today's episode is sponsored by our friends at Manscaped. The leaders in below the waist grooming. You knew I was going to say it. It's back to school time, and we want to make sure you pack the essentials to have the best year yet. The Manscaped 4th generation performance package. 4th generation, they've been perfecting it. For 4 generations, they've perfected the performance package. The performance package is just that. Be ready for whatever is in your daily schedule this year. It's the perfect package for your package. And it includes the brand new Lawnmower 4.0. Fellas, go for the valedictorian of ball trimming and join the 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com with the code GAMERHOLE. That's manscaped.com with the code GAMERHOLE. You'll get 20% off and you'll get free shipping. 20% off? Free shipping? Smooth balls? It could all be yours with code GAMERHOLE at manscaped.com. Thank you so much, Manscaped, for sponsoring this episode. Thank you for keeping my balls clean, personally. Finally ran out of shampoo. That shit lasted me like a year.
Mm.
Maybe I just don't wash my hair enough, but I feel like that really lasted me a long time. Thanks, Manscaped. Love you guys.
Okay, so I don't know how Manscaped feels about being related to Pablo Escobar, but I was like, Kings is probably like he's churning in his seat. He's like, I don't know about that one.
The fictional version of Pablo Escobar from the awesome show Narcos, not the real version of Pablo Escobar.
I actually have like there's a totally different thing. I mean, guys, these drinks are really hitting hard. I told you it was going to be a good episode. But no, for one, yes, I have been. I'm still using. Well, I got a new uppage on my shampoo and body wash when we did the sub.
I just had to bust mine out of the closet. I did get an uppage. I just had to pull it out.
It's been so good. I love it. I like sponsor segment and like the whole pitch is over, guys. I love that shit. I really do. It's fantastic. Every day when I'm pumping that in my little thing and I'm like scrubbing up, I'm like, my boys over at Manscaped, they know what's up, baby.
I still use their chapstick. I'm using it right now.
Whoa. You say that, but look at that. What's that?
Yeah.
See, I'm not even kidding. I didn't plant that. We didn't plan that. It's all real. It's all real.
Your chapstick was way too clean, man. Look at mine. I've been using mine like crazy. It's all grody and like used and torn up and rough. I've been using that, dude. Look at it. I'm getting down to the end on this, actually. Hold on. That's all that's left. That's all that's left. That's all the chapstick that's left. I'm out. It's done.
Okay, yeah, you have been, yeah. You got really dry lips, Joe?
I got dry lips, dude.
He's a dry lip
I don't
boy.
suffer that bad.
It's from all the talking.
Yeah.
What do you think I was gonna say?
I don't know.
On the Pablo Escobar thing, though, when I don't know, like 4 years ago, I had to like renew my visa in Mexico, so I was like, gotta leave the country, and it was like $125 flight to Colombia. So I went to Colombia, I went to Medellin, and I got like dude, talk about shady shit. They're like, the Uber doesn't work here at the airport. So I was like, okay. And like some dude was like, hey, bro, you need a ride into Medellin? And I was all like, yeah, dude. And he was not a taxi driver. It was probably some guy that dropped his like wife because he didn't kidnap me. It was probably some dude that like dropped his wife off and he's like, I need to make a couple of bucks going home. So
Whoa,
like, yeah,
that's ingenuity. I gotta go to the airport anyways.
He didn't do anything bad, and he definitely was shady. He definitely was not a taxi driver. But I was like, yeah, dude. And flying, he's like, there's a ton of like narco tourism because like that was like right as like that season was ending. He's like, ton of narco tourism, and like I was like, this is why I'm here. I just want to go somewhere else. But he was all like, but honestly, like as far as like Medellin goes, it's close enough history that a lot of people still don't fuck with it because their parents dealt with it. Their parents were alive for a lot of it. It's not like World War II or something else.
It was recent enough that
So he's all like, it's a weird thing, especially with the show, and then it creating all this tourism. People feel like super weird about it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're coming here and celebrating something that destroyed my family. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's like those neo-Nazis that go to Germany and they're like, oh, this is where Hitler's crow's nest. And it's like, okay, why are you here? What are you doing? Pretty sure they banned that, like going like touring because you're like a fan of it in Germany.
Did they? Yeah, like how many
there
more
some laws about it where like if you're there, if you're there to learn about like the history. That's fine. I actually think they banned tours of Hitler's like house, like
that's what I was gonna say. Is do they actually just destroy the resorts? Like
I think they did because like too many neo-Nazis kept showing up to like fucking praise him at the fucking place. Because they were like, we gotta shut this down.
Symbols are the strongest weapon.
Freaks,
start
fucking
something
freaks. Yeah, I could see how that would be like weird having. I feel like that's the equivalent of somebody showing up in like. In Germany in like 1960 and being like, this is where Hitler had his birthday party.
I saw it on the TV show.
Yeah. I saw it on MASH. I think MASH was
he ended up being very cool and he didn't hurt me. He charged me like $60 fucking for a $30 or 30-minute trip, but
good for him.
Which and I was all like, whatever, man, at that point, but
that's just thinking.
For Latin America, that was up there.
Wait, did you ask him before you got in how much it's going to be? Like, did he tell you or?
No, yeah, I had asked him, but I was like, I was confused and desperate and tired enough. I was like, I'll do whatever. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say because like if he like drove you all that way and you didn't talk about how much, and then he could just make up a fucking number, and you're probably not gonna argue with him.
But like I'm familiar with Mexico prices. I understand Colombia could be different, but even a little bit here or there. I imagine
Colombia would be very similar though.
Yeah, and overall, like
Did you feel like it was a very similar
and then like the rest of the time I spent there, it was very much Mexico prices, and I was like, okay, that was a very expensive trip.
The other thing that I'm wondering is like, that counts for your visa renewal is you can go to a different country. You don't have to stay.
You just have to leave the country. It doesn't matter about the U.S. It matters about Mexico.
That's surprised you just go to the border and do a U-turn.
Well, yeah, but
like I've
that's
flown to Dallas and stayed in the airport like 2 hours, like multiple times. Yeah.
Brilliant.
it's a good time to
So-
take vacations.
My dad informed me today that he became a citizen of Luxembourg in the 60s.
And he still is?
Because he lived there. He lived there for a year or two in the 60s. And he
Okay.
has like a social security number in Luxembourg. And you get free healthcare there. And he's considering flying to Luxembourg to get his teeth fixed and then flying home.
So he's still technically a citizen?
Yeah, he's still technically a citizen.
Dude, that's sick as fuck.
I don't know how. He got like some sort of permanent citizenship when he lived there. And now he's still a citizen of Luxembourg.
That's amazing.
And it turns out they got free healthcare. And he was like, it might be cheaper for me to get like a piece of shit flight to Luxembourg and get my teeth fixed.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
then fly home.
Okay, well, I'm going to go pee in my pants and I'll be right back.
Again, Dekie?
Listen, I told you guys, I got a peeing problem. I got a problem.
This guy
Especially when I drink anything
just took a
alcoholic.
piss. This guy just took a piss.
He just took a piss.
Dude, when I get my muscle disease flare-ups, sometimes it'll tighten my like pelvic floor muscles and it'll super lower my capacity for urine.
And you've just got pee all the time.
It'll mega lower. I'm talking like waking up every 2 hours during the night to go to the bathroom. And seeing Dekie, that worried me for a long time. I was stressed until I learned that it was because of my muscle disease.
Yeah.
But seeing Dekie have to piss a lot is making me feel good. It's making me feel a lot more normal.
I was gonna say I was concerned because I think it was the last 3 nights. I've just had to wake up and pee in the middle of the night. Probably because I'm just drinking later. But I
We're
don't
getting
usually
old.
have to pee in the middle of the night. It's either I'm getting old or
You're
I'm
getting
drinking
old.
too much
You're
right
getting old,
before.
and you're drinking too late at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing both of those things. Or you're just discovering you have a muscle disease. He's back.
He's back. But yeah, I was pretty concerned when the last couple nights I had to pee. But now that I know that Dekie pees 24/7, I feel more normal.
Listen,
Dekie's not the normal one though.
it's
What if
only
we're
when
all-
I mix up my drinks. If I only drink water, I pee once every few hours.
Okay.
I don't get it.
I can't. I when I drink alcohol, I pee all the time though as well.
What is it
Doesn't
like
matter what
leaching?
alcohol.
It's like leaching the water out of your body. What,
I don't know. It's like normally I only drink water and coffee.
Mhm.
It used to be I only drank Coke, but when I only drank Coke, I would pee in once every like 4 hours, 6 hours. And then if I had water at all, I'd pee instantly. Now I pretty much only drink water, but if I have Coke, if I have alcohol, if I have anything besides coffee, my body's all like, "Oh, what's that? I gotta pee."
Dekie, when did you change your glasses?
I lost them in the ocean when I went to the beach.
Yeah.
I'm just noticing your new glasses.
These are my Hacker Man glasses.
Yeah,
I
these are
bought these
dope.
when I had the mullet. Yeah,
These are sick.
they're the creepy uncle.
No,
So,
I love
like,
them.
Yeah, but
They
they're
look
like
good.
one prescription. They're one prescription old. So like,
Yeah.
I need to get my eyes checked. I was gonna just order my old basic glasses again, but then I was like, let me get my eyes checked again because it's been a little bit, but I haven't done it yet.
These look dope. These look sick.
You know,
Like grandpa glasses.
Yeah.
Those like
exactly. Well,
60s glasses. Those are sick.
Yeah.
Those are sick.
Are you going to the States to get new glasses? Because I know you had to do that before, didn't you? Or are you just ordering
Glasses,
them online?
no.
Oh no, it's phone that you had to go to the States for.
Yeah,
right?
phone, yeah.
Okay.
Nah, glasses takes like 3 weeks to get here. I've had like the other like roundish glasses I've had like 3 different times. I don't know if they're still being sold. If not, that's gonna be a big thing. I can't change up for real, man. Like just wearing these, I'm like, these are only temporary. But if I change up my main glasses,
It's gonna be
it's
an
the first time
ordeal.
in like 7 years. Yeah.
I totally gave up on my glasses. I just stopped. I'm not wearing those.
Why?
And plus, they were totally wrong. I don't have a fucking stigmatism. Stigmatism's, I mean, you correct me here if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure astigmatism doesn't like increase in severity for 2 hours and then totally go away. Right?
I don't know how to check if you have one, but I know that
I went
if you
to
have headaches, it's often because
I always have
of your
headaches, but
eyes.
that's 'cause of my muscle
that's different.
disease.
Yeah.
So like when we were figuring out I had muscle disease, it was right before that we really nailed it down. I went to go see an eye doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and he does an eye exam on me, and he's like, "Does this look better than this? Does this look better than this?" I'm like, "It all looks the fucking same, man. It looks like I got a ghost, no matter what you do." He's like, "How about this?" And it looked a little better when he showed me something. I was like, "Wait a minute, that actually looks a little better." He's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, you've got astigmatism. It's very slight, but you've got one." And
That might be bullshit.
and so he's like, "Here's your glasses. You're gonna wear these." I remember wearing them for like a day or two, and I had this mega headache. I was like so fucked up. The glasses
Takes a little bit to
sucked.
get oriented, but yeah, not
It
that
was
long.
bad, dude. But then the next day, I didn't have any double vision. I was totally fine without the glasses. And I was like, I don't think stigmatisms just go away. Like that's why people need glasses.
Did they shoot that stuff in your eye? Did they actually do the little test?
Yeah, they did all the different fucking machines and like all the different
They
tests.
gave you iodine?
Well, no one put iodine in my eye.
They didn't dilate your eyes.
No.
Okay, so they didn't do the probably.
But they
big
did
test.
I did do a ton of tests.
I don't do that iodine shit either.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm like, my neurologist told me, yeah, you've probably the muscles in your eye. I mean, you've got some skeletal muscles here that my muscle disease affects, and that's probably just like tugging on my occipital nerve, and it's creating slight double vision. And so I'm like, all right, fuck these glasses. I'm never wearing this shit again. I paid like $400-$500 for those or something. I couldn't believe it, dude. I walked in there just wanting the doctor to tell me if he saw something wrong with my eyes because I kept getting double vision, and I walked out of there $500 lighter with some glasses that I'm never gonna wear. What a scam, dude! I was looking at frames and I was like,
don't ever buy.
These are nice. I look at the price tag on the side, like $200. I'm like,
yeah. If you want to save money, don't fucking buy it at the place that you get your eye doctors. Like usually it's attached to some eye doctor thing. Just go online and fucking buy the frames for like
you don't know
$10.
that unless you're like someone who wears glasses and has like learned all this. Meanwhile, me, just some fucking loser who's now being told you're a glasses guy now. I'm like,
and they're like, get the Coach ones, get the the Tommy Hilfiger,
and you're gonna want the auto polarizing ones too. And do you want the blue light blocker added into this and the scratch resistance? Right? You want the scratch resistance? That'll come out to $700. And I'm just like, do I really need this?
Nah. That entire side of like glasses and like optometry, is that the word? Yeah, it's all bullshit.
I'm not even sure that guy was a doctor, to be honest. I'm not. Did he go to medical school?
I mean, I went to a doctor, like a brand new optometrist or whatever that I've never seen before, and he did one of those like I did a lot of different tests or whatever, and he's like, "Yeah, you have glaucoma," and I was like, "What?" They're like, yeah, it's really high pressure in this one eye, so we really you need to come in and take this other test that's more expensive, and we'll do it in 2 weeks.
We need to remove your eye.
So I just went to a different eye doctor that like my parents have always gone to, and he's just like, yeah, this guy's fucking crazy. Like, don't even worry about it. Like, I walked in, sat down. He's like, I'm not even going to charge you for this. You're young. Like, it was a while ago. He's like, you're young. Your pressure seems perfectly fine. It's going to variation a little bit, but he's like, you're young. Don't fucking worry about it. This guy's crazy. Just go home. I was like, okay. But yeah, he was like, I wouldn't worry about it. Just cancel that appointment with that guy. And I was like, all right.
I remember my dad. There's like this disease you get from like cat shit. You know whatever that's called, like fucks with your eyes. No
cat shit.
No.
I know cataracts.
No, there's this there's this disease that's like really prevalent in like cats' feces.
Okay. Cat feces disease. By the way, on my other monitor, I still have the top 15 apes and monkeys that I googled from the beginning of this because you said you want to talk about monkeys.
I do want to go mmonkey mode. Cat feces.
Just over here if I need it.
Maybe is it trichinosis?
Trichinosis. Yep.
Trichinosis, maybe
something like that.
I don't know. My dad had he got some sort of infection in his eye from our cat when we had a cat from cleaning its litter box, and he got some sort of eye infection from it. You know, he'd always wash his hands after cleaning the litter box, but apparently it's like really easy to get, even if you're just in the vicinity of the litter box. He ended up getting some sort of infection in his fucking eye from the cat's litter box. And they had to like clean his eye. They had and he told me they like put him to sleep and they had to like get in his eye and to like clean around it. And I thought that was fucking insane because like, are you seeing? Well, I know you're knocked out, but like, does your brain just ignoring your eye in that time when they're like they got your eye popped out and they're just like scrubbing around it? You know?
Maybe I'm wrong. But anyways,
that's gross. Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah,
that's gross. Well, all right.
So
Glad
what's
we
your
could
favorite?
go there? Yeah.
So what's your favorite monkey?
I got the top 15 largest ones here. And
I'm a
I didn't-
silverback. I'm a silverback guy, but
Well, that is the top biggest and strongest, I guess. But I was actually looking, and I didn't realize orangutans are fucking huge.
I'm very much also. I was gonna say also an orangutan enjoyer.
Yeah, they've got the cute face, very attractive. If I had to,
But orangutans, yeah, aren't they big? Like if like I mean they're like human
They're big.
size standing on their back legs. No.
You ever see the stinky poo poo orangutan meme? You're telling me that monkey wasn't 450 pounds? That guy's big. He's a big orangutan.
I forget that most monkeys are small. I guess because I didn't think that would be like number 2 biggest monkey. But orangutan,
Number 2,
I guess, is number 2.
biggest monkey. Number 15. This monkey is big.
Oh,
That was the Burger King foot lettuce.
Burger King foot lettuce.
Let me just catch you guys up, old men. That's a Burger King foot lettuce meme.
That's
All
a
right.
stale meme, and we don't talk about stale
wait,
memes.
wait.
You're the old man now.
Well, we were playing AoE, and Wellen sends me this video, and he goes, "Look at this monkey." And it was like a hairless chimp. Horrifying. The scariest shit I've ever seen. They're actually so jacked. They're like so fucking strong. I think a chimpanzee could just rip your arm off if it wanted to.
Oh my god! I just looked up a picture.
Yeah, of a hairless
What
chimp.
a freak! Yeah, hairless
chimp.
Oh
Put it up on
my
the screen.
god!
I'll put it up on the screen. Where are
Oh,
we?
this one's got his balls in there too. What the? Oh my god! He looks like a gargoyle. He's all like.
Dude, tell me that they are so jacked. They're so strong. Holy shit.
Yeah, that is absolutely terrifying.
Fucking bodybuilder chimps, dude. That's why they can't swim. I remember going to this zoo once in Florida, and they had a chimpanzee island. And you could do this kayak excursion. They had like a little river around the zoo. Do this kayak excursion where you kayak around the zoo, and the chimpanzee enclosure, you can just kayak right around it. There's like no gates, no walls, nothing. The water is enough to like keep the chimpanzees contained. They have like this like evolutionary instinct to like stay away from like deep water because they just drown. Their muscle mass is so high they can't swim. They drown. Crazy.
And they're chimps. They're not baboons that throw shit at you. Do chimps throw stuff at you too?
I don't know. I'm sure a chimp could if it felt
I
like
know
it.
baboons. That's something that they do a lot because I went to some zoo, and one of the things was it said, "Do not throw anything at the baboons. They will get mad and throw stuff back." I don't know if that was
do
a stop good ring.
Baboons are like a C tier monkey, dude. Chimps are so much better.
I could see
Throwing poop is an emotional release for chimps, but it is also a form of communication. The better the chimp is at hitting a target, the better their communication is amongst the group. Also, throwing rocks and branches is part of a chimpanzee's mode of communication.
See?
Speaking of wildlife, not necessarily monkeys. Remember, like, what year was Harambe?
Damn,
2015,
what year was
2016?
Harambe? I can't remember. I just remember it all went downhill afterwards. COVID. It started.
2016, May 28th.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, I've talked about this on my stream a little bit. So like, you know, Harambe murdered, brutalized, all because of that dumb baby, Fuck that
Dumbass
baby.
kid
Dude,
and
how
his
old is that kid now?
dumbass mom.
I hope the fuck he's getting bullied the shit out of. Can I say that? Are we gonna get in trouble?
Maybe.
But either way, like I hope that kid is a terrible fucking
it
goddamn
anyways.
elementary school. King's like, edit out this part.
No, I don't care. Go ahead and say it anyways. Fuck that kid.
Fuck that kid. Harambe's murdered.
It wasn't the kid's fault,
Everybody
but
whipped
fuck
out
that
their
kid.
dick for that. Everybody whipped out their dick for that. But
Those were the days.
what about that Norwegian goddamn fucking walrus? What was her name? What was the name?
Freya.
Freya. What about
Yeah.
goddamn Freya, dude? Nobody's gotten their dick out for Freya yet.
Dick out for
And
Freya.
I'm pissed.
That's it.
That's
We're standing up. And
That's it. But no. If you guys aren't familiar, there's like some like walrus that kept getting on boats in like a marina over in Norway or something, and tourists kept being like, "Oh, look, it's a walrus. Let's get close." And the government's all like, "That walrus is gonna kill somebody. Let's kill it.
We should kill it first."
Yeah. Let's kill that walrus first because humans are dumb.
So this is why, because the baby, everyone wanted to get up in arms about the baby because it was, it's like, don't kill the monkey. If he kills the baby, whatever, no big deal. But the boats that the fucking walrus was capsizing, that cost some money. And they were pissed about losing money.
Yeah, it was capsizing a
lot of boats. And they were like, we don't want to fucking lose money. Let's kill this bitch. And then,
You see the photos of the boats capsized at the marina? Where it's
I just saw them like covered in shit.
No, there's like a dock, and then the boat is just totally underwater, and the walrus is on the one little part left of it, like the top little ledge of the boat that's sticking up out of the water, just like chilling. Like,
the walrus is like,
okay, yeah.
The walrus is just like fucking Freya was like, I was here first, bitches. Like, what the fuck are you building boats?
The walrus kept like daily $500,000 insurance claims from the water. They were like, we should just kill the thing and deal with the backlash.
Yeah, that's why everyone understands, and no one has a dick out for Freya because they're like, it's money.
See, I didn't. Still, dicks out for Freya. That's my point.
Yeah,
I'm done with this shit.
Still. Dicks out for Freya.
Yeah. Goddamn right.
I think a lot of people stopped using their marinas and stopped a lot of the tour because they're like, I don't want my boat fucking sunk by a giant 700-pound walrus. Fuck that.
Also, people like to because Harambe wasn't actually, or didn't seem like he was hurting the child either. He seemed like he was helping.
He drug him around a little bit.
Yeah, but come on, that's what they do.
Yeah,
that's their thing. They drag their babies around.
They're dragging their babies. It's no big deal.
You ever see a monkey drag? What about the footage of that silverback gorilla that like steals his son away from the mom because the mom like protects the baby gorilla for the first like I don't know, they for the first like 6 months of its life, the mom's super protective and doesn't let the dad touch the gorilla, but the dad will like steal him away and like pick him up by his arm and like and, like stampede off with him just like dangling in his arm. There aren't like human babies made like that too? They got like rubbery bones and they're bendy, so they don't like
they are bendy and
they don't get hurt when they're younger, right?
Babies bounce.
Right.
So my friends who had kids, the thing that you learn is the first kid you baby like crazy and you take him to the doctors all the fucking time, at least from my experience with my friends and what other people have told me. They're like, they take him to doctor. Oh, he's got a sniffle. Come doctor, come look. And then the doctor's like, I don't give a fuck. It's nothing wrong with the kid. But they're like, it's your first kid, whatever. Second kid, my friends were just like, it's a fucking baby or it's a kid or it's a toddler. This thing just like jumping off tables. And they're like, don't worry about it. He'll get back up. He'll be fine. Because, like, I don't know. You just get used to it the first one, I guess.
My buddy's kid just got sick, and he was like, I don't want to be that guy. It's like, a little fever, better go to the ER, But he was like, but also I really love my kid, so I'm going to take him to the ER. And he took him to the ER, and his kid had COVID. And then, of course, he got COVID, and his girlfriend got COVID. And within like a day, his kid's fine. And now him and his girlfriend are just like
they're fucking
super
dying.
sick, like mega wiped out. They were like so worried about their son. They were like, he's got a fever and he's sniffling. He's so sick. What do we do? What do we do? And they take him to the doctor. And he's like, he's got COVID. He's probably he'll be fine. Probably kids are like really resilient. The kids are really good at like fighting viruses. I guess.
Back, dude. I don't know.
And within like 2 days, he's like. I just talked to him today. He's like, yeah, my son's great. He seems like he's back to himself. He's like got a ton of energy. He's running around. His fever's gone. He's like, but I'm fucked. I'm totally fucked.
Fucking dying in bed here. The kid jumping so on the bed. Yeah.
I've got no fucking energy. The kids get COVID. It's like 3 days. They're like, I'm great. Yeah. So I'll just never have a kid. That's my plan.
I'm not having children, so.
Dekie?
You have to say something there, Dekie.
We're all waiting to know if we're gonna have
little
baby Deckies.
If you guys wanna hear about it, you can check out his video when he was on vacation because he literally said we're making Dekie Jr. right in that.
He did say that.
Oh, yeah,
there you go.
When he walked by the bed, he's like, "That's where we're making Dekie Jr."
And it was quickly met with, "No, we are not."
Yeah, Tom's like, "No, we are not."
This is. Can we ask house cleaning to split the beds, please? Like a couple from the 50s.
I am not immediately inclined to have a Dekie Jr. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Dude,
Let me start my YouTube channel first.
So he's never having. I just anytime I'm around other people's kids, I'm like, wow, this kid's yeah, your kid's so cute, dude. He's so funny. He's such a silly kid. And then after about 30 minutes, I'm just like, I don't ever want to be around a child again. This now sucks.
I will say, or go ahead.
They just don't listen. Like, I get it. They're a developing human. Like, you can't just be like, go away, and then expect them to like go away and not just like come wandering back and start bugging you again. You know, like, I don't know if I have the patience to deal with that. You know, I don't know if I can do it.
Speaking of children, we had the whole story arc back in like February of my nephew coming to see me.
Yeah, your nephew,
and my niece.
Yeah.
Nephew being like 7, my niece was like 3, so not gonna remember it. My nephew, but I was like, nervous. We did that whole thing. I got a bunch of shit. It was all about how can I be the cool uncle, and it was a resounding success. My brother had another baby. On Friday. Yeah. So
all right.
New baby.
You don't need kids, dude. You can just borrow some of your own.
That's
cool
my
uncle.
thing. I'm like, and it's another boy, so I'm like, the family name lives on. My father was like only child, so like it was looking questionable for a while. If like my brother only produced girls, I would have to step up. But it looks, I got it easy.
Gotta keep
so we got
the
2
Dekie
boys.
name going.
Yeah, we're fine. And
Dekie is gonna be fine.
Not to mention like fuck Bloodline or any of that
House
shit. Who gives a
Dekie.
fuck? But
The line of succession
that is definitely not my priority.
It's clear. The throne is secured. We're good.
But no, I was actually like I knew that they were pregnant when they came. I knew that like that was coming, but like to like actually get that and see like pictures, I was like, oh, a little bit of like, not that I have many wholesome feelings, but for a minute there, I was like, oh, that's very nice. Good.
Dekie dies.
In a video game. Yeah,
Dekie dies and a 7-year-old takes over his stream.
But it was just something that actually brought me joy, and I was all like, I normally don't have these kind of emotions, but I'll accept it this time. So yeah, Ron, congrats to the baby. I don't think it has a name, or it didn't have a name when it was birthed.
We'll just call it baby.
It has a name.
Yeah.
Why do we call babies it's? Like it's a person, Isn't it like a he?
Dude, babies are aliens. They're not even person. They're they're not people, man. Babies are weird little creatures.
I feel like I'd be offended if I had a kid. Instead of somebody saying he, they said it. I'd be like, it's not a creature, dude. It's my son.
Well, unless you're one of those parents that wait until they're older to choose how they want to be their pronouns, and then they'll go by it, I guess. They.
That's like such an interesting thing too. Like, I mean, I was literally talking about that on stream today. I was like, the evolution of what's okay to say, what's not okay to say, whether it's like reference, you can say something's gay,
right.
or
back in the day,
back in the day, and the game where you would whoever had the football you would try and tackle, and you would call it a not appropriate name now, smear something. You guys didn't play that game?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. But no, I was talking about then it's like just the evolution of like it's not appropriate now, and like how some things are easier to filter out of your vocabulary than others.
Right.
And I was like, I didn't have a bad problem taking out gay. I didn't have a bad problem taking out that other stuff. It was like progressed stuff from the 90s to 2000s, 2010s.
Yeah.
The R word still comes up. Like, I guess there's a couple of R words.
We know what you mean.
R word when it comes to mental disability. but not even speaking about it like that. But I will catch myself sometimes, like something like dumb happens, like dude, that's fucking, and then I'm like, no.
I think in this context we can say the word retarded.
Yeah, we can say retarded in this word. You just can't call someone that as.
I'm scared.
I know. But
Yeah.
we're not using it. We're not currently using it in a derogatory fashion.
I'm scared.
But, I know. I get it. I mean, the Black Eyed Peas had that fucking song that was like, let's get retarded in here.
Yeah.
And then they changed it to like, let's get it started.
Yeah.
Right. And now it's like, let's get it started in here.
I never realized that.
Yeah, there's two versions.
I do remember both versions, but I never thought about the transition.
Insane that they dropped it. You think about it now.
Do they still do that? Do they still do that where there's two versions of like every single song? Because when I was in high school and when you guys were probably around the same age, they had two versions of almost every single fucking song. They always had
one explicit lyrics, but not necessarily retarded.
Right, I know, but it was always two different. Like you could get two different CDs and they would be a lot of it would be different. You know. It was crazy, like, to think that. Now, I guess it's not CDs, so I mean...
The name of the song was literally Let's Get Retarded.
Yeah.
And I never knew that they explicitly changed it, but, like, in my head, I have both versions in there.
Yeah.
But no, I was just talking about, like, it has been interesting, like, a lot of the stuff, like, I filter out and I'm okay with.
Yeah.
That's been one that's been, like... Not normally, but every once in a while, like
because
in normal day life,
so widely used.
It will come up, and I'll be like, "Dude, that's fucking," and then I'm like,
"Yeah,
that's dumb."
Yeah, and I know it's wrong, You know? It's growing up around it though. I mean, it's obvious how widely used it was because the Black Eyed Peas made a fucking song that hit like Billboard top 10.
With that in the name.
Yeah, in the 2000s. That's how widely accepted it was. You would say it, no parents would be upset. No, it was just like it was so ingrained. It was offensive. It was fucking offensive, yeah. But shit changes, you know, and that's fine. Like so many people get all butthurt over like I used to be able to say the word retarded back in 2003. And it was like, yeah, whoa, time happened, dude. We fucking progressed.
I'm also like, there's a lot of racism back in the early 1900s too, and that's not really okay.
Yeah. You watch any of those? I
don't want to be the boomer in 2040 that's still saying the R word.
I know. Dude, shit progresses. Like time passes. Like, all these fucking snowflakes who ruined art because I can't watch a movie where they're racist. It's like, dude, we're just like progressing. Like, let us just like become something new. I don't know. I'm sure Pog will be a fucking illegal word in 30 years.
It almost became a bad word with.
Oh, it did, didn't it?
They had to change the fucking how it looked. Yeah.
Pog almost did get fucking outlawed.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I didn't even mean to make that connection.
Yeah. They literally had to change it, yeah.
Yeah, the guy, what did he do? He did some like racist shit or something?
I don't fucking know what he was. I don't know what it was.
I think it's women. I don't know.
Oh yeah, some comment about women.
He made some comments, I guess.
It was like the guy, I forget what his name was, who did the original Pog face. Like the... Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pog? Illegal?
He's a lizard now.
Yeah, they made it a lizard emote, which I thought was weird. I thought that was a weird choice, but... Whatever, I get it.
But like,
didn't they change
remember,
it?
Like when it happened, everybody was up in arms. They're like, "This lizard emote sucks." Now nobody gives a fuck. Dude's forgotten.
Well, the Pog thing, they did that like a whole month where they would choose different creators or something like that, and like it would swap every day.
Everybody,
I thought was pretty cool.
Everyone on the Twitch Reddit was like, "This fucking sucks. Just pick a Pog emote."
Well, that's why I think that they stopped because like everyone was like, whoever got it, it would be a thing, you know, or they're like, why didn't you choose me? Then they were pissed off because someone looked like shit. And
everybody's Pog emote was different, and no one knew what they were seeing in their chat. And Pog is such a widely used term that you would see like just random ass emote, and you wouldn't know. And then you'd see a million of them, and you'd be like, what is this? What's going on? And then as soon as you figure out it's Pog, the next day it's like a new fucking it's like a new Pog emote. I have no issues with just like fucking. All right, can't say that anymore. All right, fuck, whatever. I don't care.
That's my thing. I'm not PC at all. Like I am.
No.
I'm slow to a lot of PC issues, but by all means, I'm happy to use pronouns. I'm happy to use any of that shit. Like
it doesn't bother. It doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah,
so
exactly. I'm like, it's not a big deal. I'm not like if that's something that we're moving towards. Okay.
It doesn't affect one person, and if it makes like 400,000 people happy, it's not hurting me, and it's making other people happy if I just don't say a word. So I just won't say it. Like,
yeah.
And if I mean, it's America. I guess I could say it if I wanted to, but I won't. Like,
it's the same thing as the pronoun things. Like if someone's like, well, you know, I prefer to be called whatever. It's like, okay, cool. It doesn't hurt me. I'll call you that from now on.
If somebody comes up to me and says, I actually prefer to be called he or him, I'm just like, okay, if it makes you happy, I'll call you that. Like, why is it so, I don't give a fuck, okay? If you want me to call you anything, I actually go by puddle of water. Okay, if you're happy with me calling you that, sure. All right, I don't give a fuck. I mean,
we're gamers and everyone goes by their handle anyway. So when they're like, "Can you please call me whatever?" You're like, "Okay, whatever."
You know what? The reason I say gamer so much is because it's such a like neutral term that I can call anybody a gamer.
True. Yeah.
And you like for a long time when I started streaming, I would say dude, right? Or I would say I'd say he, right? Because I assume everyone watching my stream's a guy until one day like I had a female viewer. And I remember saying, like, I can't believe he donated 10 gifted subs, man. Thank you so much. And it was like, I'm actually a she. I was like, good point. Can't believe she donated that much. Thank you so much. And then from then, I would just be like, gamer. Thank you so much. Because you can't really tell somebody's gender based on their username.
Everybody's a
Twitch.
gamer, dude. Yeah.
So everyone's a gamer. Yeah.
Everyone's a gamer.
Gamer is the most inclusive term there is.
Yeah. I think we should run for president on the campaign of "We are the gamers."
Gamers.
We are gamers. Gamers rise up.
And then, gamers rights. Gamers rights.
Have you seen that? There was a guy that actually ran for something. Was it actually president or something? But his campaign was something about gamer, and I think it was a giant
like
meme, but
something, wasn't it, dude?
Gamers
like
are the most oppressed people.
Yeah. And he said something about like free. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, healthcare for arthritis.
Yeah.
Ace Watkins, Gamer Prez 20.
There you go, Gamer Prez 20.
Those were the days. Remember, guys? Those were the days.
It's got Gamer Prez 20XX, meaning he's going to go for 20.
He's going to go every year, baby.
He's in. Yeah. He's young, baby. He can do it for fucking God knows how many terms.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew Tate Nation. Thanks for showing up, guys.
Oh my God.
I hope you guys learned a lot of Sigma mindset today. And make sure you get out there and hustle. Make that money.
Better be hustling.
And we'll see you. Not with Aqua. Aqua's not going to be back next one, right?
We'll see.
We'll see you maybe with a guest on the next one. You'll have to be there to find out. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you guys. Members saw it first.
But did the members realize I switched my hat from front to back?
I don't know.
Did you realize, members?
When I went from the restroom in between, I was like, I'm going to change my hat and see if they realize.
He looked in the mirror and he was like, I'm a backwards hat type vibe for the rest of this recording.
Let us know, 100%. Members, in the comments. Please tell us. At least one person fucking noticed it, please.
Or main viewers. Whatever. Goodbye, guys. Bye. Bye. What's up, gamers? Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. We put a lot of work into these. If you liked it, consider becoming a member just by clicking the join button down below this video. Becoming a member will get you access to exclusive members-only benefits like a monthly live stream, as well as an extra hour-long episode every week on top of the main episode. Thank you again for watching. Appreciate you. And as always, we will see you next week.